Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful BMO Centre in Bedford, Nova Scotia. My name is Michael Petter. Thank you for tuning in here on Petter Pictou Sports for game number 4 of the Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League Provincial Championship Series, game 4 of the best of 5. The Subway Northern Selects had a chance to finish it off yesterday. Were not able to do so. Match point number 2, to use the tennis reference today. Can they finish things off, or will the Station 6 Fire, for a second straight day, stave off elimination and force a deciding Game 5, which will be held tomorrow? And apparently it will be at 5 p.m. at the Hector Arena in Pictou, not at the Wellness Center. So tomorrow, 5 p.m. at Hector Arena, if Game 5 is indeed necessary. Of course, you look at these two teams, they have been the class of the Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League all season long. The Selects with just one regular season loss. That came to these Fire. The Fire with just 2 regular season losses, both of those coming to the Selects. Both swept their opening round series. The first 2 games of the series up at the Pictou County Wellness Center last weekend, both 1-goal games, and then Game 3 yesterday, if you missed it, a 6-3 victory for the Station 6 Fire to again stave off elimination, force today's Game 4, and put themselves into a position where they could possibly force a deciding Game 5, which again would happen tomorrow. And all of this just one step on the road to Sudbury, Ontario, up in beautiful Northern Ontario, the Nickel Belt region. And that is where the Esso Cup will be taking place this year, the National Female Midget Championship. The Selects looking to repeat as Atlantic champions, make it to their 2nd consecutive Esso Cup. For the Fire, in a sense, it would kind of be a 2nd consecutive Esso Cup, as this team, I think, came out of, pardon the pun, the ashes of the Metro Boston Pizza organization, as I understand it. Now, I could be wrong, so I'm getting a thumbs up, so there you go. So for them, it would be a 2nd consecutive trip to the Esso Cup, as well, as they were the host team last year under that Metro Boston Pizza banner, when they hosted the Esso Cup down along the South Shore at the beautiful Lunenburg County Lifestyle Center down in Bridgewater. So whichever one of these teams makes it to Atlantics will have a chance to go to a 2nd consecutive Esso Cup if they are successful at Atlantics. And of course, a lot of the commentary has been that whoever does come out of this series will be a heavy favorite going into that Atlantic tournament, which will be held in Bathurst, New Brunswick from April 4th to 7th. We know the rest of the teams that will be in that field. The Western Wind have already clinched the championship for Prince Edward Island. The Eastern Icebreakers have already clinched the championship for Newfoundland Labrador. The Northern Lightning have clinched the championship for New Brunswick. They are also the host team for the tournament. So getting that 2nd berth out of New Brunswick is the Fundy Lightning. So those are the other 4 teams that will be at the tournament. This, the 5th and final team to make it to the Atlantic Championships, which again will be held April 4th through 7th. And the winner of that tournament will go on to advance to the Esso Cup, which is, as mentioned, will be taking place in Sudbury, Ontario in late February. Let's get to the keys to today's game, and the first key has to be one of the areas that, not to mince words, the Selects struggled with yesterday, and that was their goaltending. I'm sure if you asked Kristen McNeil, if how she would rate her performance yesterday, she would say she did not have one of her better games, giving up 6 goals. Obviously not the kind of performance that she wanted to have. She's going to need to play much better to allow her team to have a good chance in this one, because Amelia Awad will not be giving up enough goals that giving up 6 on your own end will allow the Selects a chance to win by a 7-6 kind of margin. Awad has been playing too well in this series. McNeil, most of the time, has been playing well, and hey, everybody has a bad game from time to time. It happens. These are human beings, especially these are young women. And young adults have bad days from time to time. It happens. It happens to professional athletes. It happens to all athletes. For McNeil, yesterday was a bad day. She's going to need a bounce-back performance. That is key number one. Can she have that type of bounce-back performance that she needs to have? Key number two to this game is going to be the four people out there in the stripes. They need to have a better game as well. There were a lot of missed calls yesterday. There were a lot of confusing calls yesterday, whether it be icings that didn't get called or offsides that got missed, or whether it be penalties that got called in the first and didn't get called in the second and then got called again in the third, or didn't get called in the first or second but called in the third, or something really flagrant didn't get called one way and then something really soft got called the other. They're officiating, and I hate picking on the officials, I really do, but the officiating yesterday was not where it needed to be when you're talking about two teams playing for a provincial championship. The officiating will need to be better in order to have the proper kind of outcome to this game. And the third key for both of these teams is the attempt to try and shut down the top scorers for that other team. For the Fire, that means shutting down Landon Pitts and Ella McLean and Mariah Lenahan and Lindsay Smith. And for the Selects, that means trying to shut down particularly that top line of Duggan, Lawrence, and Delano. And apparently I've been mispronouncing it for the last 3 games, and I finally was informed that I was pronouncing it incorrectly for the first 3 games, and I do apologize to the entire Delano family for that mispronunciation. And once I was told about the mistake, I made a point of it to make sure that I would get it correct from here on in. So again, getting back to that point though, for the Selects, how do you shut down that top line? And the analogy that gets used, I'm going to show my age a little bit. You're not going to keep Michael Jordan off the scoreboard completely. You just try to keep him from scoring 50. You can try to keep him from scoring 40 if at all possible, but you're not going to keep him off the scoreboard completely. You are not going to keep the line of Duggan, Delano, and Lawrence off the scoreboard completely. You have to just try to minimize the damage as much as humanly possible. And that's going to be on the defense of Reed and Smith again, and McLean, and in particular Cassie Clark, to try and shut down that top line. While for the Fire, Boone is going to see a lot of minutes. She's already seen a ton of minutes in this series. She's going to be relied upon heavily, along with Barter and Parker, to try and shut down those top scorers for the Subway Northern Selects. From the Selects' perspective, the fact that their scoring has been much more spread out may be an advantage. You look at the Selects, through the 6 games that they've played so far in the playoffs, nobody has yet to hit double digits in points. Landon Pitts and Lindsay Smith both have 9. Then you look at KJ Emery with 8, a couple players with 7, a couple players with 6, and it's all spread out evenly. You look at the Fire, Ellen Lawrence with 16 points in 6 games so far in the playoffs, Duggan with 9, Delano with 8, then you've also got Hannah McNeil with 8, and Maddie Gray with 8, and then everybody else is down at 5 or fewer. So it really is, if it becomes a battle of secondary scoring, I think you have to look at it as advantage going to the Selects. Taking a look at our starting goaltenders, and we talked about them a little bit just a moment ago in the keys to the game. No big surprise that the number 1 goalie for each team is continuing to get the start here. Kristen McNeil with a record of 3-1 through the playoffs now, with a 3.0 goals against average, which went up significantly after that game yesterday. Going into yesterday's game, her goals against average was 2.0. Now it's 3.0. For Amelia Awad, a record of 4-2 through the playoffs so far, playing all but 52 minutes of the playoffs. McNeil played 4 of the 6 games so far, with Sullivan getting 2 of the 3 starts in the opening round series against the Penguins. For Awad, as mentioned, she's played all but 52 minutes in this in the playoffs so far. She played all but just under 4 minutes of the opening round series against the Penguins, or against the Panthers, excuse me. And then she played the last 11 and a half minutes or so of game number 1 of this series. Kaylin Budden playing the first 48 minutes and a bit of that series, or of that game. Awad coming in now with a record of 4-2, as mentioned, as she did give up the game-winning goal in game number 1, coming in relief, and has a goals against average of 1.95. So those are your starting goaltenders. You can see that the officials are out there on the ice. The warm-ups are just about finished, and we are just about ready to get things rolling here. Not much to talk about as far as what this game means. The hardware could be handed out, or everyone could be headed back to Pictou. We've got 60 minutes of hockey ahead of us, or more, to find out which one of those it's going to be. Selects in their usual blue with the gray and white, or the white numbering with the gray piping, gray and white striping around the sleeves as well. They'll be skating from right to left for the first and third periods. The Fire in their reds with the gold and black trim, the gold or black numbering with the gold piping, and the gold lettering on the back as well. They will be skating from left to right. Pucks gathered up from the warm-ups at one end. They're getting gathered up at the other end now, and we are just about ready to get game number 4 here underway at the beautiful BMO Center, Pad D, here at this rink just off of Hammonds Plains Road here in Bedford. Each team had their gathering at their respective nets, and we are ready. Amelia Awad off to our left, Kristen McNeil off to our right, and we are ready to get things underway. Looks like it's going to be the starting unit of Warnell, Emery, and Pitts up front for the Selects, with the defensive pairing of Reed and McLean, while it's McNeil, and Gray, with Barter and Boone on the back end. And right now Pitts has the puck. She takes the shot, and it's deflected off the glove as we are underway here in game number 4 of this best-of-5 series. Puck comes off the wall to Gray. Gray plays it up the wall and out to center. Hannah McNeil couldn't get her stick on it. It comes back in. Picked up again by Gray. She goes to play it out. The two sticks collide and the puck goes up into the air. Now it comes down and it'll be picked up there by Reed. Reed has it, or by Linehan rather. She has it roll off her stick. Shot was taken. McNeil with the first save of the game. Now the battle along the boards. Wilson goes to play it down. Picking up there is Lawrence. Lawrence cross pass through the crease. Linehan tying up her player to make sure that they couldn't get a shot away. Now Pitts will get it ahead for Warnell. Warnell up to Linehan. Linehan has it roll off her stick. And the Fire come right back up the other way again. Duggan with it. She takes the shot and it goes off a stick and up over the glass and out of play. 1:09 gone here in the first period, with the Fire getting some early pressure here in and around Kristen McNeil. And I should point out a couple of things. Yesterday I made some comments about the fact that the goals for the Selects were all recorded incorrectly, or were all announced incorrectly. They were also, the numbers were obviously given to the guys in the booth incorrectly, because what was on the game sheet when I looked on the league website this morning was also incorrect, so I'm not going to be using the actual league stats when I reference any stats throughout this game. I'm going to be using my own stats based on visual evidence that I saw of, oops, sorry about that, folks, of who scored and whatnot throughout yesterday's game. Boone with the puck there. She gets it ahead. Trying to come through center, but Fitt gets it back to Clark. Clark now turns it back up for Fitt. Fitt brings it into the fire zone, takes the shot. Awad with the glove save. She'll hang on for the face-off. 2:07 gone here in this first period of play. So again, I won't be using the stats from the league website. So if you happen to go on to the league website and look when I reference, somebody's 7th goal of the playoffs or something, and the league website says it's their 8th or it says it's their 6th, it's because I'm using the stats from the visual evidence that I had yesterday as to what was actually scored, not what was put onto the game sheet. And I don't blame the guy down in the booth. I blame the officials for not giving them the right information. Down in the corner in the select zone, Clark forces a turnover there, plays it around to the near side, picked up by Harrison. Haley Harrison nearly gets her pocket picked by Lawrence. Now she does. Lawrence turns and fires. That gets knocked down before it gets all the way through to McNeil. Now another chance out in front, and Delano couldn't quite get her stick on that one. Now Lawrence again on it, down into the corner. Takes a bump from Fitt. Coming in to help out is Clark. Clark will work it back up the wall, gets all the way back to Cormier. Her shot, there's a deflection, and it ends up rolling just wide. Harrison coming in. She can't clear the zone either. Now finally Long is able to get it out to center. Barter right there to turn it back up again. Lawrence brings it in. Here comes Lawrence. Getting it knocked off her stick. Barter tries to follow up, but Long able to get it out and down the ice. Hannah McNeil with KJ Emery right on her heels. Had to come back quick on that puck. There's a pass. That gets intercepted by Smith. Smith brings it back into the zone, takes the shot. Awad with the save, and she'll cover up and hang on for a face-off with 3:24 left to go here in the first period. And according to what's on the scoreboard up there, that is the first official shot on goal this game. We clearly saw there was a shot on goal down at the other end as well. And again, I'm not trying to disparage the guys in the booth because I know how hard it is. But we definitely saw Kristen McNeil make a save earlier in this game, but it did not get recorded. So I'm not going to be making much reference to the shots on goal, as obviously the sight lines down there make it very difficult for the guys down in the booth to get an accurate number. And rather than try to give you inaccurate numbers, we just won't be referencing shot on goal totals throughout this broadcast. Bringing the puck in there is Reed. She tries to get it through to Warnell. Warnell gets a piece of the puck, but in tipping it, puts it right on the stick of Boone. Played out to center. Smith tried to dump it back into the fire zone. Now it's picked up there by Gray. Here's Maddie Gray. Loses it into her own feet a little bit, and it ends up rolling through to Smith. Smith brings it into the zone, takes a shot, blocker save. Puck deflected down into the corner. Smith chasing after it herself. Now it'll come up the wall to Linehan. She sends it back down into the corner. Parker back there to pick it up. Parker plays it over to the far wall. Now we get McKay getting tripped up, and that's going to be allowed to go. Here's Lawrence coming in to Duggan. Duggan with the shot, and a kick save there made by McNeil, and then McNeil will cover up and hang on for a face-off. 3:42 gone here in period number 1. Face-off will be to the left of Select's goaltender, Kristen McNeil. And now we've seen both teams get away with a potential infraction early. And the comment I made yesterday, the only thing we ask for is consistency. So if the refs are going to let them play, then let them play. But if the refs are going to call things tight, then start calling things tight. But we can't have one or we can't have it mixing back and forth throughout the course of this game. Picking up the puck there is Reed. Reed tries to get it ahead to Long, doesn't get all the way through. Now Reed will send it down the ice. Comes all the way around to the near side wall. Parker there. She works it up the wall. It gets as far as McLean. McLean trying to find it in her feet. Finally does, but brings the puck back into the zone offside. As Long and Harrison both not quite able to get out of the zone before Ella McLean brought the puck back in an offside position. 5:22 gone here in the opening period. Still looking for the first goal of this game. Face-off won by the Fire. It goes back to Barter. Barter gets it off the wall to Gray. Gray will play it back to Boone. Boone looking to bring it up, plays it ahead. Now the pass to Brooke McNeil. It's turned over, and now it's picked up by McPherson. Tori McPherson bringing it in, trying to work her way around Boone. Boone knocks the puck off her stick. McPherson tries to gather it back up again. Select still able to hold possession, however, as it's played back to the line. Teeing it up there, Clark with a shot. That's blocked in front. Puck comes all the way back to Clark. Now she plays it down low into the corner for Harrison. Harrison lets it go all the way through to McPherson. McPherson behind the net to the far side. Pitts back to the line. Clark with a shot. That's knocked down in front by Barter. Into the near side corner. Harrison's in there. McPherson's in there, as well as Gray and one more player for the Fire whose number I can't quite catch right now. And finally the referee blows it down for a stoppage with 6:21 left to go. Or 6:21 gone, here in period number 1 of this Game 4 of the Nova Scotia Female Hockey League Provincial Championship Series between the host hometown Station 6 Fire and the visiting Subway Northern Selects, who play out of Pictou County. Of course, the girls for the Selects drawn from a little bit further afield than just Pictou County, but that is where their home base is and where the majority of the players are based out of. Out at center, Lawrence goes to play it down the wall. That's knocked down by Reed. Now it's into the feet of Lawrence. She couldn't find it, and Warnell able to get it down into the Fire zone. Now back up to the line. Held in there by Reed. She gives to Smith. Lindsay Smith sends it down into the corner to Warnell. Warnell out in front. It hops over the stick of Pitts. Comes all the way back to Reed at the line. She takes a shot. That's blocked in front by Lawrence. And now out to center. Lawrence gets run into there by Reed. Play allowed to go on, as Reed did initiate contact there. And again, if the refs are going to let him play, they better let him play. There's a shot long range by Warnell. Glove down easily by Awad, and she steers that aside. Back up the other way. Comes into Clark just inside her own blue line. She'll play it over to McLean with a little bit of room. Ella McLean with one move. Now she'll come up through center. McLean gains the blue line, tees it up, and just misses the far side post. Boone coming in, or trying to work it up the wall, but she was met almost immediately by Linehan on the forecheck. Now back out to center. Clark to McLean. McLean will dump it back in again. Soft dump in this time, and Awad settles it down behind the net, plays it over towards Boone, but Linehan right in there to try and help tie up the puck along the boards. Gray trying to work it loose. She does. Gray tries to get it up the wall, but that's knocked down there by McKay. Now coming back around to the near side, Barter flipped out and over the stick of McLean. Clark turns it back up the other way, but then Gray sends it back into the zone. Hannah McNeil was in offside, so they had to touch up. That gives Clark a little bit of time while the Fire make a line change. Now puck bouncing around at center ice. It's picked up by Fitt. Alyssa Fitt plays it down into the Fire zone, not very deep, and it comes back out again, all the way back to Mackenzie. Steves was trying to get in on her on the forecheck. Now Parker with it. She'll play it off the near side wall, intended for Steves, but it was a little bit too hot to handle for her, and it's dumped back in by Mackenzie. As we near 9 minutes gone here in the first period. Some intense action, but not a lot to speak of as far as shots on goal as of yet. Puck down below the goal line. Battling for it there. Cormier will pick up, play it around to the far corner. Sends it ahead, but it's held in at the line there by Lindsay Smith. Smith down into the corner, out in front for McPherson, but she couldn't get a shot away. Now Wilson will get to it. Could not clear the zone. Picked up now by Steves. She plays it back. And getting a little bit of room to bring the puck up here is Parker. Parker gets her pass ahead to Delano. Delano has the puck knocked off her stick by Emery. Now Emery able to get it to Warnell. Here's Ava Warnell coming in. Warnell trying to get away from the back check of Duggan. And Duggan able to get Warnell off the puck, but now it comes back to Warnell in front for Pitts. And the puck just a little bit too far in front of her. Now McLean throws it through the slot. Nobody there to pick up. And back out again it comes. Played off the near side wall. Pitts sends it ahead for McLean. McLean gets the pass up to Warnell. Ava Warnell trying to get into a position to get a shot. She can't. It's sent down below the goal line. Delano will play it up the wall. Nearing the midway point here of this first period. Still no score. Some great flow to this game, though, as we've had very few faceoffs here in the opening 10 minutes. Out to center. It goes off of Pitts right back to Lawrence. Now she gets it ahead as Boone will take it all the way down in deep. She plays it out in front. That's turned over to Emery, who flips it out to center. Back to get it there. Cormier, nice little move to get around Livingston. Ahead for Brooke McNeil. Here comes McNeil. She can't get around Clark, and Livingston goes back and picks up. Ahead for McKay. Here's Natalie McKay coming in. McKay gets around Wilson, but has the puck roll off her stick in the process and down into the corner. Back up the wall and out as it gets past Clark all the way down the ice, and that will be an icing with 9:22 left to go here in period number 1. Again, some great back and forth action. Both teams moving the puck well. Both teams getting the puck into some dangerous areas, but not a lot of real dangerous chances out of the puck being in those dangerous areas as of yet. Out to center. Lawrence gets it out, but it's dumped right back in again by McPherson. Now Duggan will pick up. Gets it out to Lawrence. Lawrence able to find Delano, but it rolls just a little bit too far off of her. Now Delano in behind. She scores! The puck took a fire bounce right onto the stick of Ellen Lawrence. She got it through to Delano. And Chloe Delano with her 6th goal, 9th point of the tournament, gives the Fire the 1-0 lead. Lawrence with the assist. And for the 3rd time out of 4 games in this series, the Fire have scored first. They scored first in game 1, as well as the game yesterday. So 3 of 4 games for the Fire, they've had the first goal of the game here in this tournament, or in this series, excuse me. Off of the draw, Smith gets a puck, plays it around to Reed. Reed gets it ahead. Pitts gets a piece of it to negate an icing. Now in Warnell, gets it to Emery, to Pitts behind the net. Pitts feeds to Emery in the corner. Emery takes the sharp angle shot, and Awad with the save hangs on for the rebound. 8:58 left to go here in the period. The goal again, Delano from Lawrence. We're just waiting to see if there is a second assist. I don't believe there was one, but we'll wait and see if a second assist does get called for the Fire here on their opening goal of the game. Now Pitts gets waved out of the face-off circle. Warnell told she's not coming in to take it, so Emery does. Loses that draw to Hannah McNeil, but right in front, there's a chance for Warnell, and Awad with a big save. Now back to the line for Smith. Smith trying to find a shooting lane. Puck gets knocked down in front, and then gets played out to center. Goes off Smith, sticking down, back into the select zone. Smith gets the pass ahead. Pitts now tried to get it to Warnell, but that's broken up and sent back the other way by Barter. Brooke McNeil plays it into the select zone, right onto the stick of McLean, and McLean comes back out. Here's Ella McLean, dropping it off for Pitts. Pitts shot can't get through Gray. It goes down behind the net where Barter is there battling with Ella McLean. McLean gets her stick up into the midsection, but the referees are letting them play so far, and they have been consistent in letting them play to this point. Livingston gets it down to McKay. McKay with a sharp angle shot, and I believe Awad got a piece of that one to help make sure that it stayed wide. Fire play out to center. Duggan able to find it, but it rolls off her stick. She gets it back again. Now it's taken away again, and Livingston will dump it down into the Fire zone. Awad out of the net to play it. And again, if I'm mispronouncing that name, I will gladly get corrected. Gray able to get it ahead for Duggan. Or sorry, that was Lawrence up for Duggan. Duggan back to Wilson. Wilson shot goes off a stick and ends up going right to a select or Fire player. Now they scramble in front. And McNeil finally able to get on top of it for a face-off. 7:21 left to go here in the first period. as we still haven't gotten an announcement on that first goal. Off of the draw, the puck goes to Linehan. She plays it to McKenzie. Back to Linehan. Goes off a skate right to Duggan. Duggan gets her stick lifted, and that will be the first penalty of the game. It will go to Mariah Linehan as she got her stick up, or she got in on Duggan to not allow Duggan to get a shot away there. So we'll get the first penalty of the game going against the Selects. The Selects did score a shorthanded goal yesterday, while the Fire were not able to convert on any of their power plays. Puck comes back to the line to Boone. She plays it over. Barter sends it down low all the way around. In behind the net, that's intercepted by Reed, and she's able to get it down the length of the ice. 20 seconds gone in the power play. Back to get it. Boone pits in on the forecheck. Boone turns to get away from Pitts, then makes the pass ahead. And coming up through center, here's Gray. Maddie Gray taking it to the outside, down into the corner, tried to get it out in front. Puck is tipped. It comes loose for Boone now. Boone with the shot, and that goes off of Warnell and wide. Back to the line. Sent back down all the way around to the near side. Warnell will get to that just ahead of Gray. She plays it back to McLean. McLean tries to dump it. That's knocked down. Now coming out with it. Now here comes McLean. There's a shot, a soft shot, as she had her stick tied up. And you could argue that that took away as much of a scoring chance as the previous one did. And if referees are going to call penalties that take away scoring chances, you could argue that that one perhaps should have been called as well. Here's Lawrence with the puck now with 40 seconds left in the power play. Gets it in across the line. Cormier with the shot, and there's a glove save. And the goal still has not been announced, and it is not up on the scoreboard yet, but we also have not been given any indication that it got waved off either. So not sure exactly what's going on there, but if you look at the scoreboard, it still says 0-0, and the goal did not get announced. So I'm a little bit confused as to whether it's 1-0 for the Fire right now or not. We were not told if the goal was waved off. We were not told if the goal was scored, and if so, what the official scoring was. Cormier with a shot. There's a deflection down into the corner. Duggan picks up in the corner. Skates it up as we're back to 5-on-5. Shot from Cormier. That gets blocked in front by McKenzie. Then McKenzie tried to play it around the boards, ended up knocking herself off balance in the process. Puck played off the wall to the line and just out. And now Livingston couldn't quite pick it up as she tried to get around Cormier. Livingston and Cormier battling for it down in the corner, or down towards the corner. Duggan gets it out to center, finds Hannah McNeil, plays it back. Now that pass up attempt was knocked down by Warnell. Warnell able to get it again. Warnell cutting in, tries to go short side with that shot. It's saved. Puck goes into the far corner for Pitts. Now the goal is up on the board. So we can tell you it is 1-0 for the Fire, but we still can't tell you whether there was a second assist or not on that goal, as it did not get announced. It was Delano from Lawrence at least. Whether there was a second assist or not, can't say with any sort of certainty. Puck gets out to center ice, picked up by Pitts. She's got McNeil on her, so she plays it back to Reed. Reed up the wall, down the ice. Icing gets waved off. Barter back to pick up. Warnell right on her. Pitts also helping to forecheck as the puck played around to the far wall. Now Warnell gets it, trying to get away from McNeil. Warnell trying to cut towards the middle. She'll get hooked, and that will get called. And they're going to call that a slash. Hannah McNeil going off for the slash at 15:56. And so the Selects, who scored twice on the power play yesterday, get their first power play chance here in game number 4, trailing this one 1-0 with just a little over 4 minutes left to go here in the first period. Off of the draw, Puck comes to Linehan. She'll play it back to the line. McLean will skate it along the blue line. Now gives to Reed. Reed into the far corner. Picked up again by McLean. She can't get a shot away. Barter tries to clear. There's McKay with a chance. And Awad able to make the save and hang on with 1:40 left to go in the penalty. 3:44 left to go here in the first period. I should mention as well, by the way, folks, the camera work. Once again today, I am working my own camera, so if there are issues with the camera work being behind the play or anything like that, I got nobody to blame but myself, and I do apologize in advance if there are any issues. There's a shot off of the post. Great chance there for the Selects, but the Iron God helping the Fire in this one. Now out it comes Lawrence, coming in shorthanded. Lawrence takes the shot from long range. That misses wide. Comes off the boards. Duggan down in the corner. Duggan, as 3 Selects are around her, but Duggan doing a great job killing off some time. Now Lawrence coming in as well. Lawrence still on the puck. And now McLean will be able to come out with it. McLean gets it ahead for Warnell. 1 minute left in the penalty. Warnell into the zone, takes the shot, and the save made there by Awad. 57 seconds left now in the penalty to Hannah McNeil. 3:01 left to go here in the first period. 1-0 the score for the Station 6 Fire as they got that goal from Chloe Delano. Gray will get waved out of the face-off circle. Coming in to take the draw instead is Delano against Pitts. Comes back to the line for McKenzie. She plays it across. There's Clark with a shot. Save, rebound was there, but Pitts couldn't get a clean shot away as her stick was disrupted just enough. Now with the puck, Warnell back to the line for McKenzie. Back to Warnell. She plays it down to Emery. Emery tries to get it out in front. Too many red sticks in the way. And the puck ends up under Awad. And Warnell ends up down on the ice. 33 seconds left in the penalty, 2:37 left to go here in period number 1. Face-off will once again be to the right of goaltender Amelia Awad. Pitts and Lawrence to take the face-off. Lawrence wins it back cleanly. Played off the glass and down the ice. Coming out of her net to settle it down, Kristen McNeil. She leaves it for Cassie Clark. And Clark will make the lead pass up to Emery. Emery, nice little drop for Warnell. Warnell gets it in front. Emery couldn't get a shot away there. Now it gets to the line. McKenzie, good hustle to keep it in. Plays it down into the corner. Emery out in front. Warnell gets a piece of that puck. It comes back to the line. Smith with a over to the far side, trying to get the backdoor deflection, but it doesn't quite work. We're back to 5-on-5. And now the puck played out to center. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the first period. Smith ends up running into Delano. Clark, head coach Craig Clark looking for a penalty. Ava Warnell, one of the players wearing a letter, going over to get an explanation as to why there wasn't a call. And if I had to hazard a guess, the rationale would be that Delano was standing still and Smith skated into her. That would be my guess, and kind of like in basketball, if the defender's standing still, it would have been an offensive foul. Meanwhile, there's a shot and hit the side of the net, wrap around and tip, and Awad able to get across in time. Now back to the line for McLean. She gives back to McKay. McKay sends it down low, going into the corner to pick up is Linehan. Linehan overskates the puck. Now it'll be picked up there by Cormier. Cormier out to center. Brooke McNeil deflects it down into the select zone. Back to get it there is McLean. McLean with under a minute left to go. Gets it over to Reed. Reed flips it high. Goes off of Boone and right to Pitts. Pitts gets it ahead for Warnell, just staying onside as she comes in. Warnell tried to center it for Pitts. It goes off a body and below the goal line. Pitts now into the corner to Clark. Clark had it on the wrong side of her body, though, so she had to kick at the puck and send it down into the corner. 35 seconds left in the opening period. Pitts ends up getting it over to Emery. Emery will just play it down into the far corner. Up the wall, Hannah McNeil out to Lawrence. Lawrence gets stripped by McKenzie. Now Warnell. She gets stripped by Boone, as both teams getting great play from their defense here in this opening period. Now Delano into the select zone. Delano down into the corner, 9 seconds left. Throws it out in front, but getting held up there was Lawrence, and that will send the puck down the ice as the horn sounds to end the first period. You could argue that there was another scoring opportunity disrupted by what could have been called a hook. The referees did call 2 penalties that both took away some decent chances. They let some stuff go that took away decent chances. After 20 minutes of play, the Fire with the lone goal in this game, Chloe Delano scoring with an assist going to Ellen Lawrence. And after 20, it's Station 6 Fire 1 and Subway Northern Select 0. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for period number 2 in just a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League Provincial Championship Series action here on Peter Pictou Sports through Ustream.tv.
Sounds so much better.
If I had known sooner, I would have changed it sooner.
It's funny because when it was online, people doing their little comments. I always get rid of that. I thought, I should go on there and just go.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting at home going, how do you phonetically do
long A instead of short A would have gotten it for me.
This guy can't count shots, though, can he?
No, that's I do that job for our local junior B team up in Pictou, and I know how hard it is.
Oh yeah,
it is a hard job, but
I think some of them.
Oh yeah.
But some of the funniest ones I remember when we were watching, you see a goalie, jump up off the ice and catch it,
and they call that a shot. Yeah. Yeah. Or the one from down there, comes down there, it's barely rolling, and the goalie stops it. Technically, yeah, it's a shot, but
see, that's what we always say. Our answer is if the goalie wasn't there, would it have gone in?
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
Good game though. Like you said, they're letting it run, which is good.
Yeah. Oh, yesterday the officiating was terrible. The only saving grace is that both teams were getting bad calls.
Yeah. But some of them were calls that were just so blatant that you looked at and think you really should call that one.
Yeah.
Because then people just get pissed.
Yeah, exactly.
I think last week you were saying you did a lot of games.
Yeah, because we were hosting major events and provincials that same weekend, and I was hired to do all 18 games of that tournament. So I did, and game 1 happened to fall in the little break between the end of the round robin and the semifinal, so I was able to do game 1. But game 2 was at the same time as the gold medal game, so I had to get my business partner to do that one. And so yeah, I ended up doing 19 games in 4 days.
Did you get your balls mixed?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like 4 packages of them there. Yeah, 4 packages of them sitting there, and I was, every time I had to stop, had a break, I was popping another one in.
What are you doing here? Yeah, that's right. Good turnout.
Yeah. So is your daughter Amelia or the other goaltender?
No, she's not.
Oh, she's not a goaltender. Okay.
She was underage last year. And that was
Okay.
the Penguins.
Okay.
The Penguins were short, so they took it forward.
Okay.
She'll try out this year.
Okay. So do you have someone on the team, or no? You're just fans. Okay, that's cool. Right on.
Well, a couple of the girls, so Lucy played last year with them at Bantam.
Right.
So with Julie Duggan
Oh yeah.
and Cormier,
Yeah.
Chloe Delano. So we played with them all the way up.
Right. up in Pictou tomorrow and you can talk to somebody by then. All right, sounds good. All right, welcome back as we get ready for the start of period number 2 here. Thank you very much to Chevy Panthers for that kind shout out here on the chat bar off to the side of the screen here as you're watching on Ustream.tv. Really do appreciate having everybody who's here watching and along for the ride for this game here. A big game, number 4 of the best of 5 series between the Subway Northern Selects and the Station 6 Fire. And of course, for the Selects, a chance to take home the big banner, the hardware today. For the Fire, today is about living to play again tomorrow. And right now, after the first period, the Fire do have the lead, but it is just that 1 goal margin. And you got to feel that with the way Amelia Awad and Kristen McNeil are playing so far this afternoon, 1 goal could be enough, but the high-powered offenses that both of these teams have, 1 goal may not be quite enough. So I've got a feeling we're not going to see a 6-3 kind of scoreline like we did yesterday, but the possibility to see a scoreline a little bit higher than just 1-0 by the time the day is done, certainly possible there. Second period is underway. Puck down into the Fire zone to get things started. Station 6 picks up possession, play it back out to center. Reed knocks that away, but it's picked up by Gray. She'll bring it in down along the right wing. Gray down into the corner, plays it back up the wall. Pitts will pick up there. Played up the wall and out to center ice. Barter tries to kick it forward. Puck still in amongst some feet there. Now it comes loose. Gray tries to play it to Hannah McNeil, and Pitts turns it back up the other way. Now Emery with it. She'll play it just into the Fire zone. Boone turns, plays it ahead as far as the line. Reed with a shot from long range, and Awad steers that over into the corner. Linehan down into the corner there. Puck comes back up the wall. Linehan trying to get it loose. She finally does. It comes to Smith. There's a shot. And up high at the top of her crease yet again, Amelia Awad making the save and hanging on. Just 1 minute gone here in period number 2. Face-off will be to the right of the Station 6 Fire goaltender. And it'll be McKay to take the draw against Ellie Lawrence. The official roster sheets have the name Ellen, but everybody apparently calls her Ellie, so I'll go with that. Pass ahead, just hops over the stick of Duggan, down into the corner. Duggan couldn't quite get the puck away from McKenzie there as they battle in the corner. McKenzie works it up the wall, doesn't quite get all the way to Cormier. Now it does, but as Cormier goes to play it down low, it's intercepted, and out comes Smith with it. Lindsay Smith with a shot, and Awad steers that over to the corner. Back to the line. Smith sends it down low again. McKay trying to get it there as she's got Bobby Day Wilson all over her. Now back to the line. Smith sends it back down low again. Haley Harrison behind the net with it now. Harrison goes to play it back into the far side corner, but Wilson will get there well ahead of anybody else, and it's played out to center. Out at center, the puck is picked up by Taylor Long, and Long will bring it back in. Long working down the right wing side, takes it behind the net, goes all the way out to the left wing, back to the line. McLean plays it back down low. That was broken up, and Duggan went to play it ahead, and Clark turns it back the other way. Now here comes a 3-on-1 for the Selects. Shot taken there by Fitt, as Alyssa Fitt with the shot. 2:21 gone here in the second period, and you think Fitt perhaps might have wanted to take a look at some more of her options, as she had a couple of other players there with her. Try to force Awad to make some movement there in the crease. Now Long will get waved out of the face-off circle. Coming in to take the draw instead is Fitt. Fitt wins it towards the wall, but over at the wall there were actually no blue jerseys to help her out. Now Clark with it at center ice. Clark tries to bring it back in across the line beyond Boone. She does, gets it all the way down into the corner. Gets tangled up there with Gray. Now in behind the net, Boone battling. Puck comes out in front. And Long trying to get that puck jammed in short side. That doesn't work. Out to center, sent back in again. Going back to get it Parker, but getting a better angle on the puck there was Fit. Throws it out towards the front, trying to get it to Warnell. She'll play it back to the line for Smith. Smith with a shot. Save made. Puck comes loose in front and able to get it and clear it out of danger there was Garden. Played out to center. Back to get it is Pitts. She'll go across to Lindsay Smith. Here comes Smith. Up through center. Smith trying to work around Boone. Smith cuts in, takes the shot. And Awad with the save, and she'll hang on for a face-off. 3:22 gone here in period number 2 as the Selects getting a lot of pressure here in the early stages of this period, but it hasn't translated into anything getting past goaltender Amelia Awad as of yet. Off of the draw, puck is played to Cormier. She'll send it around as Duggan gets knocked down on that face-off. Puck sent down the length of the ice, and that will be an icing call against the Fire. And the face-off this time will be to the right of goaltender Amelia Awad. Pitts to take the draw this time against Lawrence. Neither side wins it cleanly, but the puck comes to Warnell. She takes a shot at Awad, got a piece of it, and it ended up rolling just wide. Now Warnell tried to play it back to the line. It goes off a stick and comes to Duggan. Duggan trying to work her way through to Delano. She takes the shot. It goes off a body and wide. Now Smith and Lawrence collide along the wall. And again, the referees choosing to let them play here in the second period, allowing the contact to happen. Here comes Delano. Delano gets the shot through, and making the save there, Kristen McNeil, with 4:05 gone here in this second period. Still that 1-0 scoreline off the goal by Delano back around the midway point of period number 1. Face-off will be to the left of the Northern Subway Select goaltender. Taking the draw, McKay and Brooke McNeil. McKay ended up winning it. And now McKay gets the puck. Or sorry, that's Livingston with the puck there into the zone. Gets it down below the goal line for McKay. She'll play it around to the near side for Linehan. Linehan gets it back to the line. McKenzie, her shot, gets through all the way in onto Awad, and she'll cover up and hang on for the face-off with 4:27 gone here in the second period. According to the clock, the shots are now 12-5 for the Selects. I'd say the margin is fairly close, although the total probably closer to, I'd say like 18-11 instead of 12-5, but thereabouts. Here come the Fire out with the puck now. Gray has got it. She's got Garden with her. Gray will just dump it in. Goes in behind the net. Garden ends up losing her feet, getting them back just in time before she runs into McNeil in the net. Now played back to the line. Shot taken. Deflects a couple of times, but McNeil able to stay with it and get the puck wide. Now Linehan kind of fans on her dump out attempt. Knocked down by Brooke McNeil. McNeil will bring it back in. Here comes Brooke McNeil down into the corner. Tried to center it. Gets knocked down by Clark. In behind the net, McNeil. She gets tied up. Clark will pick the puck back up and gets it out just beyond Boone. Boone hustling back. Harrison in there hard on the forecheck. Boone with the quick pass gets it across there to Cormier, and now the Fire move it ahead, but it's turned over at the Select blue line. Long plays it down into the Fire zone. Goes just wide of the net. Boone will pick up behind the net, gets it ahead to Delano. Her pass a little bit off target. McPherson trying to get at the puck there, but couldn't get through the bodies. Now working ahead, Lawrence gets it out, but it's turned over at center ice as Duggan had it taken away from her. Now it's played to the Fire blue line. Cormier sends it back to the northern side of center. Now here comes Lawrence coming in. She gets the shot away. That goes up over the crossbar. Wraps around the wall and out to center. Gets all the way through to Barter in her own zone. Her pass ahead gets up to the blue line. Lawrence will pick up there. Lawrence with the shot, and the save made there by McNeil with 6:17 gone here in the second period, and still that 1-0 scoreline as it has been since the midway point of period number 1 in favor of the hometown Station 6 Fire. Don't forget, once again, if there is a Game 5, it will be tomorrow at 5 o'clock from the Hector Arena in Pictou. And yes, we will have that game for you here on Petter Pictou Sports, the exact same link as today's game, if that game is indeed necessary. Puck dumped down the ice. Back to get it there. Barter, she plays it up the wall. Now a pass through the center of the ice. McKenzie able to force the turnover. McKenzie gets it down into the corner. Pitts there waiting for it. Landon Pitts in behind the net to Warnell. Warnell tried to play it out in front, but that got knocked down. Now it comes to the line. McKenzie trying to send it back in deep, and Garden will take it back up the other way. Garden gets the shot on McNeil, steers that aside, and Smith plays it into the empty corner where Emery will be picking it up there. She gets it ahead, takes a bounce for Pitts. Puck is turned over, sent back the other way, then turned back over at the Select blue line. Now we have a couple of Select players running into each other there in neutral ice. And that Lawrence comes in, takes a shot, save made, and the rebound gets kicked just past the waiting stick of Jillian Duggan. Now with it is Cormier. Cormier with a shot, puck goes through. Puck played ahead and down the ice. Back to get it there was, I believe that was Steves. Played it ahead, now not able to hold the line there was Duggan. Sorry about that, folks. Have people sending me messages about the fact that they can't find the stream, so I had to send them the link again, and now we're back in business here. Puck down below the Select goal line. Coming out with it finally is McKay. She gets it up to Linehan. Linehan plays it out to center, just past Boone. It's going to roll right in onto Awad. She won't take any chances as Livingston was coming in. So Awad will cover up, hang on for a face-off. 8:27 gone here in period number 2. Cameraman, social media guy, play-by-play, doing it all here. Wanted to send a shout-out to Paul watching from Virginia. His niece Cormier on the defense. Cormier with the puck right now. There you go, Paul. You get to watch your niece play the puck out to center, but then it's sent right back in again. And Fitt will pick up, take it down into the corner. Fitt, Alyssa Fitt, trying to work the puck free. Now she gets it down to McPherson. McPherson plays it back to Fitt, out in front for Long! And Taylor Long just could not quite find that puck as she had a glorious opportunity for a one-time chance, but the puck did not find her stick. Now Duggan sends it in behind the net around to the far corner. Before Garden could get there, it was played back by Long. Garden ended up getting knocked down as she ran into Fitt. Now picking it up behind the net is Reed. Reed, the pass ahead, goes off the skate of Fitt, and Fitt and Boone racing for the puck. Boone gets there just ahead and gets it up to Garden. Garden plays it across. Back ahead to Gray. Here's Gray. She'll flip it in. McNeil steers that aside. McKenzie down into the corner. Gray picks her pocket. Now McKenzie able to get it back again. Nearing the halfway mark of the second period. Pass ahead for Warnell. Here comes Ava Warnell. She has it knocked off her stick. Pitts able to follow up and brings the puck in. Pitts cuts to the center of the ice, takes a shot that goes wide. working up the far wall. Pitts gets all the way to it. Landon Pitts kicks it down into the corner for Emery. Emery battling there, loses that puck. It comes back over to the near side. Warnell trying to pinch in, but it's brought out by Boone. McKenzie picks up at center, dumps it back in again. Warnell racing to get into that puck down in the corner. She will get there first. Warnell up the wall for McKenzie. McKenzie cutting out to the middle of the ice, gets taken down. And then Warnell gets taken down by Gray. And we may see 2 penalties out of this. The first one for McKenzie getting pulled down, and then Warnell getting knocked down. And it'll be interesting to see how the referees call this one with 9:38 left to go here in period number 2. There's a potential for 2 infractions on this play, certainly. One, taking away a scoring chance, and to me that's been the criteria for this game. If it takes away a scoring chance, it really must be called, and that first one meets that criterion. The second one, and they are putting 4 minutes up on the board, so it looks like both infractions are getting called. The hauling down of McKay and then the knocking down of Ava Warnell. So the Selects with a 4-minute power play here. And while the referee is over explaining his decision to the coaching staff of the Station 6 Fire, Craig Clark using that opportunity to have a quick chat with his bench, with his power play personnel, to make sure that they understand exactly what Clark is looking for. So the face-off will be to the left of goaltender Amelia Awad. A glorious opportunity here for the Selects to pull themselves even in this one. McLean to McKay. Out in front, but it's now, as they call 2 for tripping and 2 for boarding. There's a shot from McKay, and Awad again makes the save and hangs on for the faceoff. Just 22 seconds coming off of this double minor so far. Faceoff will be again to the left of Amelia Awad as both the penalty kill unit and the power play unit make some changes, and it'll be Pitts taking this draw against Delano. Pitts kicks it back to Warnell. She's able to get it over to Reed. Reed with the shot, and that just misses the net. Now it comes back to McLean. McLean skating it along the blue line, takes the shot. That goes off a body in front, down into the corner. Reed chases it down there. Back to McLean again. Near side Pitts. Pitts at the wall. Has a couple of Fire players on her, looking for some support. In comes McLean. Also over there is Warnell, looking for the puck when it comes loose. It does almost squirt loose as the battle continues. Now McLean tries to play it back down the wall. Delano looking to clear, but McLean able to get it passed down into the corner for Emery. Emery goes to play it back up the wall. Now Warnell with it. Plays it back to McLean, back down to Warnell. Warnell, far side Reed. Reed with a shot. And Awad makes the save and hangs on for the faceoff. 2:46 left to go in the double minor, or the 2 separate minors to Maddie Gray. 8:24 left to go here in the second period. The Fire still with that 1-goal lead. Again, they've been carrying this lead since about the midway point of period number 1. Face-off once again to the left of Awad. Coming in to pick up the puck is Livingston after neither side won it cleanly right off the draw. Back to the line for Smith. Lindsay Smith to Livingston. Cross to the far side. Clark tees it up. And there's a save. Kick down into the corner. McKay chases down the rebound. Now plays it back to the line. Clark. Near side Smith. Smith for McKay. In front loose. And Linehan with the shot, but again that gets steered wide. Now Smith with a shot, and Awad again makes the save and hangs on. 2:18 left to go in the man advantage. 7:56 left to go in the second period. They're threatening, but the Northern Subway Selects not yet able to convert with this power play opportunity. McKay taking the draw against Duggan. Duggan wins it cleanly back to Boone. Boone trying to get around, but has her pocket picked by Livingston. Livingston gets it down in the corner, plays it out in front. There's a chance for Linehan. And another big save by Awad. A huge save on that one. Puck sent back in deep. Parker back to get it there. Parker off the wall, out to center. Duggan picks up there. We're into the second penalty of the two minors. Duggan plays it down low. Pitts will pick up there and start working her way up. Here comes Landon Pitts on the power play. Pitts coming through center into the fire zone. Landon Pitts cuts to the middle, takes a shot, and that goes just over the crossbar, off the glass, and back to McKenzie. In front, and not able to get a handle on that puck was Linehan. Now it's down the ice again. McNeil settles it. Long lead pass up to McLean. McLean with the shot. Trying to go top shelf, but the blocker save made again by Awad, as she has come up huge on this penalty kill. 1:04 left to go in the 4 minutes of penalty time. Now that pass ahead gets knocked down. Shot taken right onto McLean, or McNeil rather. She steers that aside. Now a pass ahead for KJ Emery. Emery goes far side for Pitts. Pitts lets it go to McLean. McLean goes to dump it in. Hustling to get after it in the corner is Warnell. She gets there just ahead of the Fire defender. Warnell to Emery behind the net. Emery out in front for McKay. A couple of whacks at it. Puck still loose. And finally it's covered up and held onto for a face-off. 32 seconds left to go in this 4-minute power play for the Selects. They've had a lot of glorious chances, but just not quite able to get the finish as of yet. So that scoreline remains 1-0. And you've heard the expression before, sometimes your goaltender has to be your best penalty killer. That certainly has been the case in this one. But now here comes Brooke McNeil. McNeil couldn't get a shot away as it went off of Jenna Reed. Now Smith plays it back around to Reed near side. Just 15 seconds left in the power play. Reed gets it ahead for Livingston. Livingston brings it down into the zone. Sends the puck in deep. Tries to get after it there in the corner. Back to the line. Reed, her shot. Knocked down by the traffic in front as we're back to 5-on-5. And coming out of the penalty box, there's Gray getting the puck. But the Select's able to get back in time. There's a shot save made. Another shot. That goes off the outside of the net. Reed tried to play the puck ahead off the wall, but it goes over the glass and out of play. 5:25 left to go here in the second period. Still that 1-0 scoreline. And shots on goal now recorded as 19-9. And I gotta say, it's getting a little bit closer to what the actual mark is. I'd say the Fire have about 13 or 14, and the Selects have 24 or 25, so fairly close. There's Cormier with a shot. That's knocked down with a high stick by Delano, and as Duggan, no, it was knocked down. I thought it was Delano's stick that touched that puck up high. But play goes on. And now in behind the net, McLean trying to get away from Duggan. Pitts comes in to help out. Now Delano will pick up. Delano back to the line. Cormier, her shot blocked by Emery. Delano can't hold the puck in after it deflected off of Emery and went out to center ice. Now Duggan and McLean collide at the blue line. Warnell gets the pass, and here comes Ava Warnell. Warnell down into the corner, out of the corner. Got it to McPherson. She tried to return it to Warnell, but does not connect. Now Warnell holds it in at the line, takes the shot. Awad with the save, puck rolls loose. McPherson, now Warnell. Warnell trying to go short side with it, and Awad again shuts the door with 4:22 left to go here in period number 2. As we get some chatter between Cormier and McPherson. Long to fit rather, to take the draw here. Working against Hannah McNeil. Puck goes down into the corner. Battling in the corner there, now brought loose by Gray. Now taking it back down low again is McKenzie. McKenzie out in front, they score! McKenzie gets the pass out in front, and I believe it was Haley Henderson with the goal. And so with 4:06 left to go here in period number 2, it's now a 1-1 scoreline. As Haley Harrison gets her first goal, 3rd point of the playoffs. Harrison with the goal. The assist will go to McKenzie. Although after the issues that were had yesterday, there's a check laid by Delano. And I don't think anybody can argue that call, as you could see the contact and hear the contact on that check into the boards by Chloe Delano. 3:52 left to go here in the second period, and the Selects go back to the power play now with a 1-1 tie, looking to take the lead after the goal scored just moments ago by Haley Harrison. But the Fire able to get the puck out and down the ice. Lawrence trying to get that puck, but ended up slipping. Now Reed works it ahead for Livingston. Up to McKay. McKay has it roll away from her, but the second attempt at a dump in goes right to McLean. McLean now gets it up to McKay. Here's McKay working it down below the goal line. McKay goes after it behind the net. As we get confirmation of Harrison's goal. Now we're going to get another penalty to the Fire as Warnell got tripped up. Smith also getting an assist on that one, so it was Harrison from McKenzie and Smith. And for Lindsay Smith, that makes her the first player on the Selects to hit double digits in points in this playoff season. She's got 1 goal and 9 assists so far. There's a shot from the point by Reed, and that one steered aside. 1:12 left in the 5-on-3 here, as there was a tripping penalty called. So the Selects with the 5-on-3 here for another minute and 2. Here's Reed with the puck. She gets it to Emery. KJ Emery brings across the line, then drops to Reed. Reed, far side for McLean. McLean stepping in. And Awad makes the save, hangs on. 52 seconds left in the 5-on-3. A minute 30 left in the second penalty, and 2:44 left here in the second period. With the scoreline now reading 1-1. The goals coming from Delano back in the first period for the Fire, and Harrison here in the second for the Selects. Puck played back to the line for Reed. Jenna Reed gets it over to Pitts with the slap pass. Now back to McLean. To Reed. One-timer. That gets blocked by Wilson. Now back to the line for McLean. Her shot. It's loose. They score! The 5-on-3 power play works for the Selects, and they take their first lead in this building. This weekend, it's 2-1. Ava Warnell with the big goal there. Her 4th goal, 7th point of the playoffs. Gives the Selects the lead, and they'll still have a minute and 12 of power play time, as it was 5-on-3 when that goal was scored. Warnell, her 4th goal, 7th point of the playoffs. McLean with the initial shot will get 1 assist. I believe the second assist will go to Reed. We'll have to wait and get confirmation on that. The puck may have been tipped in front as well, so the second assist may end up being McLean for that initial shot, and the player who was in front of the net getting what would be the first assist. As we get confirmation of Warnell's goal. As Emery does get an assist, so Emery obviously got a piece of that puck in front. So it's Emery and McLean who get the assists on that one. And the power play still has 37 seconds left in it here as the Selects are pressuring again. 2 quick goals for the Subway Northern Selects here in the latter stages of this second period has given them a lead to work with. Battle along the near side wall. 24 seconds left now in the man advantage. Great job here by the Fire penalty killers as they are killing time. Now it works over to Parker. She'll play it around to the far side, and Barter will get it out and down the length of the ice. 9 seconds left in the man advantage. Puck left for Clark, but she's met immediately by a Fire player. Puck turned over to the Fire. As working it now back up was was Lawrence. She gets it back to the line. Cormier down low now for Duggan. Duggan working back up the wall. Duggan coming out to the middle of the ice, tries to take a shot that gets blocked in front by Smith. Duggan chases it down at the far wall. We're into the final minute here of period number 2. Smith will pick up. Tries to play it ahead, but she was met by Delano. Battle in the corner here. 4 players battling for it into the final 48 seconds of period number 2. They still continue to battle. Now the puck comes loose, and picking it up there will be Linehan. Mariah Linehan gets around Cormier. Linehan coming in, takes a shot, A1 with the save, and the rebound cleared away and out of danger. Picking up is Duggan. Duggan trying to get away from the check of Warnell. Duggan still with the puck. Now she brings it across the blue line. 25 seconds left in the period. Sends the puck down low. It's in behind the net. Comes out in front. There's a chance. And I don't know if McNeil got a piece of that or if it went off some other sticks. But either way, the puck ended up harmlessly down in the corner. Now here comes Pitts. 8 seconds left. Trying to make a centering pass. But what a play there by the defender. Trying to see the number. It was Cormier who made that great play, laying out to not allow that pass to happen. What a play by Rachel Cormier to make sure that that pass doesn't come through. And that will do it for period number 2. 2 huge goals by the Subway Northern Selects, or Northern Subway Selects, in period number 2. The first one coming from Haley Harrison, her first of the playoffs, her 3rd point. Then Ava Warnell, her 4th goal of the playoffs on the power play, has given the Selects their first lead in the 2 games played here at the BMO Center. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for the start of the 3rd period in just a few minutes. It's Selects 2, Fire 1 after 2 here in Game 4 of the Nova Scotia Female Hockey League Provincial Championship Series here on Peter Pictou Sports through Ustream.tv. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the third period. Both teams making their way back out onto the ice. What could be the final 20 minutes of the season for the Station 6 Fire, or could be a comeback for the Fire to force that Game 5 tomorrow night, or tomorrow late afternoon at the Hector Arena in Pictou. Selects lead it 2-1 here after 40 minutes. Game 4 of this best of 5 series. The Selects with a chance to take home the Provincial Championship banner, to take home that trophy and earn themselves that trip to Bathurst, New Brunswick for the Atlantic Regional Championship, where they will be playing for a berth at the National Championship, the SO Cup in Sudbury, Ontario, starting almost exactly a month from today, actually. I can't remember if it starts on the 23rd or 24th. But either way, it's almost a month to the day from the start of the SO Cup. So the Selects would love to have that one extra day tomorrow to not have to play a game. Would love to be able to finish it off here, but for the Fire, they've got 20 minutes to try and even this game up. They're only trailing by a goal, and the way Amelia Awad has been playing so far in this game, I'd say the chances are pretty good that she is going to be able to keep that door shut from here on in. So it's up to Kristen McNeil, who through much of the second period really didn't see a lot of action. The Selects had a significant amount of power play time, which certainly helped. They had, even 5-on-5, they had a significant amount of pressure in the Fire zone, and that meant that Kristen McNeil was spending a lot of time watching the action from a couple hundred feet away from where everything was going on. You've got a feeling, though, that the Fire have got that other gear inside them, and they will find a way to bring that other gear into play here, and it'll be up to Kristen McNeil to keep that door shut here in the third period. But off the starts, it's Emery with a shot. Looked like that might have been going wide, but Awad deflected it away with her blocker nonetheless, as the third period here is underway. Played up to Hannah McNeil. She tried to get it through to Gray. There's a shot from Emery. Didn't get much follow through on it as her stick was blocked, but the shot still had some juice on it as it came through to Awad. Now the puck back down into the Fire zone again. Boone will take it back behind her net and out the left wing side, plays it ahead. Pass intended for Brooke McNeil, and that's intercepted by Smith, who just played it down deep into the zone, went chasing after it. But now Boone will gather it up yet again. Plays it ahead there. Out to center ice. Livingston gives back to Smith. She gets it across to McKenzie. Up the wall for McKay. McKay plays it down into the Fire zone. Boone trying to keep it away from Linehan, but Linehan will come out with it. Linehan sends it back down towards Livingston. Livingston now trying to set it up for McKay, but that's intercepted. And Boone gets the puck up the wall. Delano out to center. Dumped back in again by McKenzie. Pass up for Lawrence. She gets a piece of that puck, so it's not an icing as it's back down into the Select zone. McKenzie gets it up to McKay. Right back out to center again. Now comes to the near side wall. Lawrence got that puck just ahead of Smith, but now McKenzie coming out and getting the puck back in deep. Wilson will take it behind her net. Around to the far side. Played ahead and out to center. Picking up is Clark. She gets it ahead for Harrison. Harrison with one of the goals for the Selects here this afternoon. The other one off the stick of Warnell, while Delano has the lone goal for the Fire. Gray trying to get to that puck, but McLean turns it back the other way. She'll just softly fire it in onto Awad, and Awad will hang on for a face-off. 2:13 gone here in the third period. The scoreline favoring the Subway Northern Selects by a score of 2-1, with the chance to take home the Provincial Championship here this afternoon. Played back to the line. Clark down the wall for Pitts. Into the corner for Emery. Emery has it knocked away from her. Trying to get in there after it is Warnell, but not able to do so as Parker got it up the wall. Now ahead for Steves. Steves couldn't take that pass as she was blocked by McLean, and now it's back down low, picked up by Boone. She'll get it out to center. Reed got a piece of it, but then overskated it, recovered and dumped it in. Now Reed goes to bring it back in. Nearly an offside, but Pitt's able to get out just in time. Now Delano has it knocked away from her right at the select blue line by Linehan. Picked up now by Parker. She'll get it ahead to Lawrence. Here comes Lawrence. Lawrence with a shot. And a big save made there by Kristen McNeil. Now at the far wall, Linehan working up the right wing side. Linehan into the zone. Has Livingston in front, but a big play there by the defenseman. I believe that was Barter. It was Barter with a big block on that pass to make sure that Livingston couldn't get that puck in front of the net. Now a pass goes all the way through, ends up coming to McKay. She'll play it off the wall and down the ice. Icing is indicated and will be called with 3:32 gone here in the third period. Selects leading it by a score of 2-1. But the Fire will get an offensive zone face-off. 16:28 left to go. That's practically an eternity when you're talking about a one-goal margin and the offensive firepower that we see on both of these rosters. Puck played to the line, held in there by Cormier. She gets it down the wall for Hannah McNeil. Back to Cormier again. Down this time for Gray, but Gray had it knocked away from her by McKenzie. Played out to center. Waiting for it there was Barter. Off the wall, intended for Brooke McNeil. But there to intercept that was Warnell, who dumps it back down into the Fire zone. And Cormier had to go back and pick up. Now Brooke McNeil had it roll off her stick, and McPherson sends it back in deep. Back to get it this time is Barter. Barter gets it to Hannah McNeil. Out intended for Brooke McNeil, but Haley Harrison ends up bringing it back in just offside. Or not just offside, quite a bit offside actually, as there were a couple of Selects players in around the defense door of the Station 6 Fire bench, which, as you can see, is a good 10 to 12 feet inside their own zone. Puck dumped down into the Select zone. First one to it will be Lawrence. Lawrence takes it into the far side corner, works up the wall, cuts back towards the middle, but then gets the puck stripped from her by McLean, who gets it ahead to Livingston. Livingston trying to work her way around Wilson. Livingston with a shot, and that goes just high and wide. Comes all the way around to Reed. She played it across to McLean, who just kicked it forward as she wasn't ready for the pass, and then the Fire get it back down the length of the ice. Reed wins the race to that puck, then sets it up for McLean, who plays it out to center. Back to get it at her own blue line there is Parker. She plays it across for Cormier, up for Lawrence. Lawrence gets stripped by McLean. Here comes Ella McLean. McLean coming in, has the puck roll off her stick, recovers enough to just send it down into the corner where Cormier was there. Now it's turned over, pass ahead for Hannah McLean, or McNeil rather. McNeil takes a shot, it goes off a stick and well wide. Now back with it is McKenzie. She'll play it across. Pass ahead now for Pitts. Pitts out to center. Gets it knocked off her stick by Gray. Following up on the play is Smith. Smith will get it down into the Fire zone. Back to pick up there is Parker. She gets the pass ahead. It's deflected as far as the line, and then McKenzie just sends it back in deep. In behind the net there, Emery. She plays it out in front, but no blue shirts anywhere around as the rest of them were off on a change. Here comes Gray up through center. Gray gets it knocked off her stick, and it rolls back out to center. Now here's Barter. Barter dumps the puck in off the end boards. McKenzie will go back and pick up with under 14 left to go. Pass ahead for Harrison. She gets it down into the Fire zone. McPherson going in after it. Barter gets there just ahead of her. It's played up the near wall. Comes all the way back to the line to Clark. Clark shot well wide down into the far side corner. Played off the wall and out to center. Race to get to the puck. Steve's racing against Clark. And icing will get called as Clark was just slightly ahead in that race. And so we'll get the icing call with 13:35 left to go here in period number 3. And the Northern Subway Selects watching that clock inch down ever so slowly. Puck comes back to the line. Reed with a shot. That gets blocked. Out to center. Coming out to center there with it was Bobby Day Wilson. Now coming back the other way, Livingston gets it down into the Fire zone. Wilson had a good rush there, but Wasn't able to get a shot away. Now Wilson has the puck back again, goes to make a pass across to Steves. Steves picks it up off the wall, gets it down into the select zone. Back to get it is Reed. Reed circles to change direction to get away from Garden, who was forechecking hard. Now with it is Smith. Smith takes it right back in front of her own net, but was able to maintain control, then flips it down the ice. That's going to be an icing with 7:08 gone here in period number 3. And even though it's just a 1-goal game, you've got a feeling that the Fire wish they could freeze time and just make that clock move a little bit slower. And for the Selects, that clock just not able to move fast enough. Puck shot taken there off of a stick and up into the glass, stays in play. Out to center, now Barter gets it there. Barter gains the red line, dumps it back in. McKenzie slows that puck down as it heads towards the corner. Gets there just ahead of Duggan. McKenzie up the wall for Emery. Emery trying to get the puck out of the zone. She can't, now she does with a good second effort. Pitts backing up, trying to wait for that puck to come to her instead of going to the puck, and that allows the Fire to bring it back in again. Warnell plays it around to the far side. McPherson will get to it there. Plays it back to McLean. Out to center, right onto the stick of Barter. Barter with the dump in, comes off the end boards. And Smith will chase it down far side, gets her just ahead of Hannah McNeil, who was racing in hard. Now it comes back to Barter again. Over 8 minutes gone here in the third. Pass ahead, just a little bit out of the reach of Duggan, and so that's going to be an icing call. And the face-off will come all the way back down into the Station 6 Fire zone. 8:09 gone here in the third period. And I gotta say, I missed game 2 because I was busy doing the Bantam AAA Provincial Championship Tournament. My colleague Alex Terrio with a great call on that game. But the 8 periods and almost half a period that I've done of this series has been some of the best hockey I have seen at any level all season. These two teams have been so enjoyable to watch. And that's a huge testament to both of these teams, the quality of the play that we have seen here so far in this series. Parker gets the puck ahead. Brooke McNeil able to send it down into the select zone. Back to get it. There is Reed. Jenna Reed carrying it ahead. Dumps it in onto Awad. It's steered over into the corner. Reed plays it out in front. Comes to Fitt. She'll play it over to McKay. McKay down into the corner. 11 minutes left to go here in the third period. McKay near side. Now back to Smith at the point. Smith will wrap it around the boards. Livingston trying to get to it behind the net. She gets there just ahead of Cormier. Then sets it up out in front, intended for McKay, but that's broken up, and out come the Fire. Bobby Day Wilson able to get the puck deep into the select zone. Puck played off the wall. Garden will send it now to Steves. Her shot, that goes just wide. Steves, who scored her first goal of the playoffs in yesterday's game, had a good chance at another one there. Now here comes Lawrence. She takes the shot, and that ends up going wide. Smith now tried to take the puck in behind the net. It was knocked away from her. Pitts picks up, and now she'll play it ahead to Livingston. Livingston goes far side for Linehan. She'll dump it down into the Fire zone. 10 minutes gone, 10 minutes left here in the third. There's a shot from Warnell, and she just misses the far post by just a little bit. Now Pitts with it. She'll play it back in deep as Barter will go back, pick up the puck. Has it roll away from her, though, and Emery gets it. Emery out towards the front of the net, and that's cleared away from danger by Delano. Now back in behind the net. Out in front, and Warnell couldn't get a stick on it. Pitts does. Her shot goes off a body and well wide. Now in behind the net, Warnell again. Warnell. She gets taken into the boards there by Boone. Now Delano at the far wall. Can't get past Pitts. Puck comes back to Delano again. Still can't get past Pitts. And now Warnell sends it back down in deep. As the Selects playing a good pressuring forecheck here, trying to keep the Fire hemmed in their own zone. But here comes Lawrence. Lawrence able to come out. Lawrence trying to cut through, gets taken down by Clark. And the puck is played back out to center. Parker now gets it ahead. Duggan plays it off the wall. Coming back to pick up is McPherson. She misses her target with that pass. That should be an icing. Icing gets waved off. Icing gets waved off for some reason. I haven't quite figured out what it is, but it does get waved off. Now it's back down into the select zone. Hurrying in to get to it is Gray. Gray takes the puck behind the net. Out to the far corner. Now back to the point. Cormier with the shot. It gets deflected and ends up rolling wide. Now in the near side corner, Gray sends it behind the net. Back out in front for Gray. And McNeil able to make the save and hang on for the face-off. 8:24 left to go here in the third period. The quality of play that we are seeing from these, how many is it? About not quite 40 young women has been phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal through the entire series. As you look at these two rosters, you look at the other players who were part of Hockey Nova Scotia's roster, and it's no surprise why they showed as well as they did at the Canada Games a few weeks ago. There's a shot that goes up high. And the save, or Awad will glove it down. It looked like that was going high anyway, but Awad not taking any chances. As these two teams were the two largest contributors to Team Nova Scotia at the Canada Games as far as number of players goes. And it's no surprise why Nova Scotia, for the relative size of this province, population base and comparison to some of the other provinces, showed very well at the Canada Games. McKay trying to get a shot away. That can't get through. Now the pass will come up to Duggan. Here's Duggan working her way ahead. Duggan into the select zone. Duggan with the shot. That goes off McLean and into the corner. Now pinching in Parker. Parker can't maintain control of it. McKay trying to work her way out. Puck goes off a couple of skates. Now does get out and down the length of the ice. Parker with the good draw. Wade able to have it stop right on the button. The button being just a couple feet short of the goal line, obviously, when you're talking about trying to avoid an icing. Yeah, I'm a curling fan too, I'll admit it. Emery now gets it over to the far side. Reed up for Warnell. Warnell gains the red line, dumps the puck in. Under 7 minutes left here in the third period. Selects with a 1-goal lead. There's a shot. That goes well wide. Comes off the end boards. In there after it is Alyssa Fitt. Coming in to help out is Harrison as well. Now the puck works up the wall. McLean will pick it up. McLean takes it behind the net. Tries to throw it in front. It goes off the side of the net. And now comes to Taylor Long at the near wall. She'll send it down into the corner. Back up the wall. Long and Harrison battling there. Backing them up is Fitt near the blue line, but the puck comes out to Cormier. Cormier, pass ahead intended for Brooke McNeil. Goes off her skate. McNeil able to find it out in neutral ice. Smith sends it back in deep. That'll be an icing. 6:18 on the clock here in the third period. As the Selects ice the puck, and so we'll get a face-off deep inside the northern zone. McKay and Brooke McNeil take the draw. McKay wins it to Smith. She gets it up to Livingston. Here comes Livingston out to center. Gains the red line, dumps it in. Awad out of her net, plays it. Coming back to get it there was Boone, but right on her heels was Linehan. Puck sent in behind the net. Boone will get it there, plays it up the far wall. Hannah McNeil tried to get it out for Gray. That's blocked as Taylor Long trying to work her way back in. Long with the shot, and that goes up over the net and all the way back out to center. Warnell goes to dump it in. That goes up into the netting, and we'll get a face-off with 5:39 left on the clock. And with it still being just a 1-goal margin, the clock not quite a factor yet, but it is certainly starting to be a little bit more of a concern for the hometown team. Puck played to center, Warnell. Now Warnell back with it again, gets it in across the blue line. Parker there, she'll play it across. Fire get it back, out to center. Picked up by Wilson. Here comes Bobby Day Wilson with the shot. McNeil steers that aside. McLean tried to get it up the wall. That was knocked down. Pitts coming in. She'll pick up and get it ahead for Warnell. Ava Warnell with one of the goals. Dumps the puck in, and that's steered aside by Awad. Played ahead for Steves. Steves, she'll dump it in and peel off to change, while going back to get it is Smith. Lindsay Smith ahead for Warnell. Warnell gets it across for Linehan. Linehan able to get the puck into the fire zone, not very deep however, and it's right back with Duggan. She gets it ahead for Lawrence. Lawrence skates through one check. Lawrence, couple nice moves. Lawrence with a chance, she scores! Ellie Lawrence with the goal ties the game with 4:32 left to go. It's 2-2. Her 7th goal, 18th point of the playoffs, ties up this game with just over 4.5 minutes left to go. Duggan will certainly get an assist. Four and a half minutes left here in the third period. And the way these two goaltenders are playing, you can't help but think that old expression we've all used so many times. Playing road hockey, playing pond hockey, playing hockey wherever you can play it when you got a bit of time on your hands. I think we're at the point now where that expression comes into play. Next goal wins. Here comes Lawrence. Lawrence can't get through all the blue shirts that time. As they announce Lawrence's goal, much to the delight of the fans. Parker also with an assist as well as Duggan on that one. Puck into the fire zone, back to pick up. Cormier gets it ahead for Hannah McNeil. Here comes Hannah McNeil with the shot. That's blocked. Puck comes to Delano. She takes the shot. That gets deflected wide. 3:42 left to go. Selects get it out to center. Parker settles it. Now Cormier plays it to Gray. Gray back to Cormier. Cormier gains the red, dumps it in right on to McNeil. McNeil lets it go for McLean. McLean can't clear as Gray picks up. Gray down into the corner. Around behind the net. Linehan gets there first. Linehan trying to clear, but a great job there on the forecheck by Wilson. Now Linehan gets it back and gets it ahead, and then Linehan absolutely runs over Lawrence. That's a penalty certainly with 3:08 left to go here in the third period. For Parker, that's her first point of these playoffs. And I don't think anybody can argue that that was a penalty. With 3:08 left to go here in the third period, a poorly timed decision by Mariah Linehan taking that penalty here in the late stages of this third period. Lawrence cutting to the middle of the ice, but a big play there by Pitts to knock the puck off her stick. The biggest power play of the year, perhaps, for the Station 6 Fire, with a chance to take the lead. Puck rolls through the front of the net and is cleared down the length of the ice. When this penalty expires, there will be 1 minute and 8 seconds left if the Selects can kill it off. Puck dumped down into the Select zone, back to get it there, and play it out to center by McLean. Then Warnell deflects it the rest of the way down the ice. She'll peel off on a change as the Selects get some fresh penalty killers out there. Fresh being a relative term at this point with 2:22 left in regulation. Pass was coming to Delano, but she wasn't aware that it was going to come, and so she peeled off to make a change. 1:04 left in the penalty. Fire look to work their way up the ice. Here's Gray. She gets around one skater. Here comes Gray. Maddie Gray stops, plays it back to the line. Barter can't hold the pass, and it's back down into the Fire zone. 45 seconds left in the penalty. To say that this is the biggest penalty kill of the year for the Selects probably wouldn't be an overstatement either. Here's Gray again into the zone. Gets the puck knocked off her stick by Reed. Reed trying to work that puck ahead. If not, just kill some time. 25 seconds left in the penalty. And finally it's blown down. And we'll get the face-off in the Select zone. 1:32 left in regulation. 24 seconds left in the penalty. And yes, I'm using the R word, which means the O word, not looming very far behind. Puck played down into the corner. Reed plays it around to the near side. Picked up by Duggan, back to the line. Parker plays across. Cormier's shot, that gets blocked by Warnell. With 10 seconds left in the penalty, Warnell just clears it down the ice. That should pretty much do it for the power play. In behind the net, Warnell trying to forecheck hard. Now it's played up to Duggan. Duggan gets tripped up as she steps on the stick of Pitts. Lawrence now. Into the final minute. We are back to 5-on-5. The shot gets taken, and it goes off of Pitts over the glass and out of play. While we have seen that type of play called a trip many times, it was a situation where the stick was stepped on by the Fire player and not put into the feet by the Selects player. You've seen it called, you've seen it not called. I think at this stage in the game, that may have been a good non-call. McNeil covers up that puck with 48.9 seconds left to go here in the third period. 2-2 the scoreline. I think in order for any other penalty to be called at this point, it would have to be a blatant check like the one we saw Linehan deliver, or it would have to take away a almost surefire scoring opportunity. Other than that, I think the referees have to put away their whistles at this point. Here comes McKay, save, rebound, another big save, another chance, and Awad able to cover up and hang on with 34.3 seconds left, as those might be the biggest saves of her season right there. Amelia Awad coming up huge. Natalie McKay, a nice move to get that first shot away, and then the rebound was there, but she was able to cover up again. 34.3 seconds left to go in regulation. The two number 5s take the draw. McKay against Gray. And now it's played out to center. McLean will hang on to it, dumps it back in. The Selects touch up, and Awad settles it there for Barter. Barter plays it over to Cormier. Cormier gets her pocket picked by Linehan. Linehan trying to cut towards the middle of the ice, gets tripped up. Again, didn't take away a real good scoring chance, so good non-call. 4 seconds left in the period. 3, 2, 1, we are going to overtime. And now I believe it's a 3-minute break and then a 10-minute overtime period. And then if it's still tied, we get the flood and full periods after that till somebody scores. I'm pretty sure that is the format. And now we can say absolutely without a doubt, next goal wins. And if you're someone who doesn't have a dog in the fight and you just like watching good hockey, you got the feeling you'd like this game to just keep going forever. If you're a fan of one of these teams in particular, obviously you'd love to see them score it. But if you're an impartial, neutral observer, who just likes watching good hockey, you can watch this go on for hours and hours because it has been that good between these two teams. So what's at stake at this point? If the Selects score the next goal, they are the Nova Scotia champions, and they're going to Bathurst on April 4th through 7th. If the Fire score the next goal, we play a fifth and deciding game tomorrow at 5 p.m. at the Hector Arena. If you can't get to the Hector Arena, bookmark this page, because this game tomorrow, if it is played, will be on this website, on ustream.tv/channel/ that long string of letters and numbers there. So bookmark this page if you can't get to the rink tomorrow. If that game gets played, it will be available here on Petter Pictou Sports. If there is no game tomorrow because the Selects win today, then, and the Selects make it to the Atlantics, I will tell you that Petter Pictou Sports will not be broadcasting from the Atlantics. Those games will be available, however, on 360 Live. I'm not sure who will be doing the play-by-play from Bathurst, but there will be someone there doing those games on 360 Live. Just Google the number 3 with the word 60 and then live, and you will see the link where you will be able to find all those games from the Atlantics. I will be doing an Atlantic Championship tournament at the same time from New Glasgow, from the Pictou County Wellness Center. Okay, apparently we're just playing a 5-minute overtime. It appears it's just a 5-minute overtime. I thought it was a 10-minute period, then we have a flood, and then we get the 20-minute periods until somebody scores, but it's a 5-minute overtime, and the Selects have the puck in the Fire zone. Turned over to Gray. She gets it up to Hannah McNeil. To the line and out. Dumped back in by McLean. Barter back to get it. 30 seconds gone in this apparently 5-minute period. Up to Hannah McNeil. She tried to kick it across. Broken up by Reed. Now Linehan. Linehan has it knocked off her stick. Played out to center. Picking it up there is McKenzie. Can't find it in her feet. Here comes Delano. Delano down towards the corner. Delano gets it back again. Tries to take a backhand shot. That gets knocked away. Now out to center. Warnell plays it there. As far as Cormier. Pitts now tried to spring Warnell. That doesn't work. Emery picks up. Emery's pass just a little bit ahead of Warnell. 1:15 gone in this extra session. Pitts goes to dump it in. It goes off the linesman. Now Pitts gets it a little bit further. Here's Pitts. Takes the shot. Awad clears that aside. Pitts in behind the net. Trying to get it back out in front. She can't. Emery comes back to help out. Emery comes out of the corner with it. Emery looking for options. Didn't play it back to the line. Now Clark with a shot from the line. And the bouncing puck rolls wide. Cormier picks up there. Here's Cormier. Her pass ahead for Duggan. Duggan down into the select zone. Tries to center it. That's kicked away by McNeil. Played to the far wall. McKay. She'll send it behind the net. Back there was Lawrence, but she got angled off the puck. Now it comes to the line. Barter. Barter with the shot, and it goes high and wide as I don't know if Kristen McNeil saw that one at all. The way she reacted, it looked like she had no idea that puck was coming, but it went wide. Now Livingston, she'll send it down into the Fire zone. 2:42 left to go in this 5-minute period. Fire looking to clear, knocked down by Linehan. Now it comes out, played right back in again by Reed. Back to get it there is Barter. 2.5 left to go here in this overtime period. Played ahead now. Hannah McNeil, pass a little bit too far in front of Gray. Smith can't get the puck out past Gray. Back to help out is Pitts, but Gray wins that battle. Gray out of the corner, back to the line for Cormier. Cormier can't find a shooting lane, plays it across. Now coming in, taking the shot, and covering up there is Kristen McNeil with 2:09 left to go here in the fourth period, excuse me. Statement of the obvious time, it's still tied 2-2. And as I've said numerous times in the past, if anybody who works for Hotels.com is watching, we'd love to get you guys on as a sponsor so we could have our Captain Obvious statement of the game. In this case, the Captain Obvious statement of the game would be, the game is still tied as we're playing here in overtime. Here comes Warnell. She's got one goal already today. Gets the puck knocked off her stick there by Parker. Now it's played ahead. Here's Lawrence. Lawrence gets around one player. Can't get around the second. Down into the corner. McKenzie now tries to take it behind the net. Ends up running into the official, and that creates a turnover which nearly created a scoring chance. 1:34 left in overtime. Back down the wall. Cutting to the middle. Duggan turns, tries to shoot. It goes towards the side of the net. Now off the side of the net. And covering up is McNeil for a face-off. 85 seconds left in this overtime period. I hope the fact that this is a 5-minute period does not mean that we go to a skills competition. To decide a regular season game, a shootout is one thing. To decide a playoff game, there's a check that was delivered that should have been called but did not. I hope this does not result in the goal. McKay has the puck roll off her stick, comes out in front, come back to the line. There's a shot. Big save by Awad. Coming back up the other way. Puck rolls to McLean. I would have hated to have seen the game-winning goal come off of a chance created because of what looked like a check delivered. Now the puck comes to McNeil. Here's Hannah McNeil. She'll play it down into the select zone. It goes in deep, 46 seconds left in the period. Back to the line. Parker. Back down low, goes in behind the net. Oops, sorry about that, folks. Out in front. Again, I'm trying to do camera and play-by-play at the same time. I apologize. Here's Linehan. Linehan coming across. Linehan trying to get around Parker. Linehan out in front, it goes off a skate. And coming back the other way, 23 seconds left. Here's Lawrence. Lawrence into the select zone. Lawrence has it knocked off her stick by Clark. Big defensive play there by Cassie Clark. Now Parker with it. She gets it ahead for Delano. Delano in, drops off for Lawrence. Lawrence's shot. Too many bodies in the way. It rolls wide. 5 seconds left in overtime. Rolls into the corner. That is the end of this period. Now please tell me we're going to go and get a flood and then another 20-minute period. That does not look like what we're going to get. It looks like they're getting ready for the skills competition to determine a provincial champion. Oh, now we're going to go to a 5-minute 4-on-4, okay? So we just played a 5-minute 5-on-5. Now we're going to go to a 5-minute 4-on-4. All right. I got to admit, I am not familiar with the overtime format for the Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League in the playoffs. So this is as much a learning experience for me as it is for all of you. So 5 minutes of 4-on-4 after another 2-minute break here. And then do we go to a 5-minute 3-on-3 or do we go to 3-on-3 until somebody scores, or we'll have to wait and see. But it'll be 5 minutes back on the board. 2-2 the scoreline. Again, selects, if they win, they are the 2018-19 Hockey Nova Scotia Female Midget AAA champions. If the Fire score, then we get to do this all over again tomorrow from the Hector Arena in Pictou. I had a chance to call the Bantam AAA, or the Bantam Major Provincial Championship game that went to overtime just last weekend at the Wellness Center between the Gulls and Excel Physio. That game went to overtime. and was an incredibly thrilling game. The Gulls ended up winning that one late in the first overtime period. To see a provincial champion crowned with an overtime goal, it's something to see. Obviously, for the Fire, they want to live to fight one more day. Four on four for 5 minutes. Pitts, Emery, Reed, and McLean against Parker, Cormier, Lawrence, and Duggan. Pitts with the puck. Back to McLean. Across to Reed. To McLean again. Up for Pitts, but that's intercepted by Parker. Here comes Parker. Parker coming in. The puck squirts through, rolls in onto McLean, or McNeil, and she'll cover up and hang on for a face-off. 18 seconds gone in this second overtime period. We're playing 4 on 4 for another 4 minutes, 42 seconds. Lawrence and Pitts to take the draw yet again. Pitts wins it to the near side for McLean. McLean gets it up the wall to the line, not out, held in by Parker. Parker with the shot, steered aside by McNeil. Duggan in the corner, takes it behind the net. Gets it knocked off her stick by McLean. McLean absolutely shoves Duggan over. Another non-call. And now out to center. Here comes Pitts, but getting to it first will be Cormier, but actually they're going to call it an icing against the Selects. 51 seconds gone in this second overtime period. Pretty clearly, again, I got to call it like I see it, pretty clearly a shove there by Ella McLean. Selects win the draw. In behind the net, Smith. Smith will come out with it. Smith continues to skate it ahead, has the puck roll off her stick, and it's turned over to Hannah McNeil. Here comes Hannah McNeil with the shot. That goes over the crossbar. Off the end glass. Smith out to center, but it's on the stick of Boone. Boone comes near side. Wilson gets that ahead to Gray. Gray gets her pocket picked by Warnell. Warnell brings it back across the blue line. Down, but gets angled off, and Gray picks up the puck. Ahead for Hannah McNeil. Hannah McNeil tries to make the first pass. That gets knocked down. Now McNeil gets it back again. Drops it back for Boone. Boone, her pass ahead. Deflected by Warnell, but still gets through to McNeil. She'll dump it in onto Kristen McNeil, who steers it aside for Cassie Clark. Clark plays it up the wall around Lawrence. Parker there to get it at her own blue line. Just about 2 minutes gone here in this second overtime period. Picking up now is Linehan. Here comes Mariah Linehan. Linehan cuts around Parker, cutting in the middle, takes a shot, and Awad gets enough of that one. Now Pitts back to the line for Clark. Clark near side McLean. McLean gets it down below the goal line. Linehan there waiting for it. Linehan plays it to Pitts as they work the puck around the outside. Pitts turns it over, but Clark holds it in. Now out they come. Lawrence, her pass a little bit too far in front of Delano. Now coming the other way, here comes Clark. Clark, she takes a shot. That goes high and wide. Into the glass off the end boards to Parker. We're over halfway through this 5-minute period. Now played ahead for Duggan. Here comes Duggan, cutting to the middle, but the puck knocked off her stick there by McKay. In behind the net, Smith. She'll work it up the wall to McKay near side. McKay coming out the left wing, plays it ahead for Emery. Emery trying to get around Barter. Coming back to help out Gray, but Emery still on it. Gets it back to Reed. Reed trying to settle the puck down to get a shot away. She can't get the shot away, and Duggan picks up. Plays it out to center. Smith there. Under 2 minutes left in this 5-minute period. Now across to Reed. Reed comes near side McKay. Here's McKay. Cutting to the middle. McKay with the shot. Awad with the save and hanging on for a face-off. 1:45 left in overtime period number 2. At some point, you just run out of words to describe the quality of the hockey. I have reached that point. There are not enough superlatives left in the English language to describe how well both of these teams are playing. Cormier in behind the net. Loses it to Linehan. Linehan trying to get it out in front. Linehan still on it. Now back to the line for Clark. Clark, her shot gets blocked. It goes off of Cormier into the far corner for Pitts. Pitts plays it back to the point. It hops away from McKenzie and down the ice into the select zone. Hustling to get back was Clark, but it's turned over. Now McKenzie tried to clear it away. Parker couldn't quite get on that as she was angled off by Linehan. Pitts behind the net. 1:05 left to go. Pitts circles towards the near boards. Now it's a pass ahead for Linehan. We're into the final minute of period number 5. Hannah McNeil with it now after Linehan turned it over. She loses it to Warnell. Now near side. Here's McLean bringing the puck in. McLean with a shot through traffic, and that goes wide. Chasing it down in the corner, Warnell. Back to the line for McLean. McLean sends it back down. It goes off of Warnell, up over the glass and out of play. The face-off will come outside the zone. 36 seconds left to go here in period number 2. The amount of respect for both of these teams for this incredible battle here today, words can't describe it. Here comes McKay. Natalie McKay coming in, takes the shot, it gets blocked. McKay trying to get back onto that puck again, can't quite get it, now it comes to the line. Near side McLean, McLean tees it up, and a save made, and the puck then rolled just wide. Centering pass cleared away by Awad. Now back to the line, McLean again. 10 seconds left of period, shot, save, rebound is there, just goes wide! So close there with 5 seconds left in the period now. And that will do it for overtime number 2. The Selects were that close to winning the Provincial Championship. Awad with the save, a couple bounces going her way. And we play on. Oh. Now we go to the dreaded skills competition. I understand using it during regular season because ice time and scheduling and all those sorts of issues. I get that, I do. But in a playoff game of this magnitude, to have it come down to an individual skills competition, I wish there was some other way. You can't help but feel like whichever team comes out on the short end will have been cheated by having this game decided by a shootout. To have this high quality of hockey for 70 minutes and everything be even, and it comes down to this skills competition, Amelia Awad has been, for lack of a better word, magnificent. Kristen McNeil, for lack of a better word, has been fantastic. Yes, I will agree that the word I used, slightly more superlative for Awad. She's faced more shots. She's faced some, you would say, more difficult shots than McNeil has. Both goaltenders have only given up 2 goals, however. Both goaltenders have made the saves in timely fashion when they've needed it most. And now we go to the shootout. And it appears the Fire will shoot first, and it will be Ellie Lawrence. No big surprise here that the top scorer in the Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League arguably the most skilled offensive player in this league. And there's no puck on the Oh yeah. There was no puck on the face-off dot for Lawrence. And now Lawrence will come in. Cutting to the out. Now tries to go 5-hole and somehow is stopped by McNeil. A big save there by Kristen McNeil. And KJ Emery will get the first chance for the Selects. KJ Emery with the chance to put the Selects in the lead here in this shootout. Emery coming straight down the middle of the ice. Tries to go blocker side, and a big save there by Awad. One shooter each, one save each. Up next, it's going to be Jillian Duggan. Duggan, another highly skilled offensive player for the Fire. Duggan also coming right down, basically down the middle, cuts to the out as she cut across the crease. Got McNeil laid out, went over McNeil and into the net. The Selects now trail in this shootout. That'll bring up Pitts here as it's 1-0 for the Fire. Pitts way out to the right wing, cutting back towards the middle, goes and misses the net. She held on a little bit too long and missed the net, so the Fire with the chance to end it here with a goal. And it's going to be Maddie Gray who has the chance to force Game 5. Number 5 with the chance to force Game 5 if she can score here. Maddie Gray coming in. Gray has the puck roll away from her and go wide, near side as we're looking at it. And so that means the Selects are still alive, and it's going to be up to Ella McLean. McLean scores, the shootout goes on. Awad makes the save, and we have Game 5 tomorrow. Here comes McLean. McLean coming in, takes the shot, it's saved. There will be a Game 5 tomorrow. The Fire win it 3-2. I am at a complete loss for words right now. I don't think you could see a better display of hockey over 70 minutes than we saw from these two teams. And it comes down to one game, winner take all, tomorrow from the Hector Arena in Pictou. 5 o'clock start time. If you can't get to the Hector Arena in Pictou, you can watch the game. Bookmark this link, because this is the link where the game will be tomorrow. Until then, this is Michael Petter saying, may your skates always be sharp. May your shots always hit the top shelf. The final score once again, the Station 6 Fire in a shootout defeat the Subway Northern Selects by a score of 3-2, evening up the series at 2 games apiece. Until tomorrow, thanks so much for watching. Have a great night.